Good luck, Grandma.
थैंक यू स्वीटहार्ट। आज मैं अपनी बहुत प्यारी फ्रेंड के घर आई हूँ, अमेजिंग फ्रेंड। हमेशा उनसे बातचीत करना चाहती थी, अकेले में बैठ के। हम लोग सो मैनी टाइम मिले हैं, लेकिन जो मैं उनसे जानना चाहती थी, जो उनसे बात ऐसे तो नहीं होती है। एंड शी आई टेल हर सो मैनी टाइम कि आप मेरे आइडल हो, एंड दिस इज़ वेरी ट्रू। और आज मैंने अपना चैलेंज स्टार्ट करने की कोशिश की है, और जो सबसे पहले मेरे दिमाग में मेरी फ्रेंड आई है जिनसे मैं बातचीत करूं, वो मेरी प्यारी फौजिया आंटी है। सो फौजिया आंटी, गिव मी द चाय सो वी कैन टॉक अबाउट इट। मुझे तो सबसे पहले आपसे ये पूछना है, यू आर सो अमेजिंग, सो ब्यूटीफुल, सो पॉपुलर, all the age, every age group आपसे फ्रेंडशिप करना चाहता है। जब मैं आपको जानती थी लेकिन फ्रेंड्स नहीं थी, पर आई जस्ट रियली वांट टू हैव फ्रेंडशिप विद यू। अगर आपने कभी भी मुझे इनवाइट किया, मैंने फ़ौरन गेस किया, आई डोंट केयर कि किसी और ने मुझे इनवाइट किया या मैं कहीं और जा रही हूँ या घर में बिजी हूँ। वाह फौजिया आंटी, क्या चीज़ है आपके अंदर? क्या क्या वो चीज़ है जिससे हम लोग खींचते चले आते?
Well, Naila, I think I'm so honored that you have asked me to be the first person to interview on this channel. I'm really, really grateful to you. I don't know, I think I'm really blessed. God has been so kind to me. I have always had this blessing from God. I think it's my parents' prayers. And I try to be a simple person. I try to lead a simple, honest life. And I think I have been rewarded. I am so old. I'm 83 years old. But I do have a lot of very young friends. I enjoy their company. People like you have
And
always...
they enjoy your company also.
Yeah, well, it has been a long journey for me. I got married when I was 21 years old. I had a wonderful childhood. My parents...
Yeah, let's talk about your childhood. Tell me where you born.
I was born in Hyderabad, India. And I have 5 siblings. 3 of them passed away. 2 of them passed away, and 3 of us are still living. My sister is living in Pindi, Rawalpindi, Pakistan, and my brother is in Islamabad. I grew up in India. My father was a judge. My grandfather was one of the first people to graduate from Aligarh University. And his name is still there on the walls.
On the university.
On the university. He was invited by the Nizam of Hyderabad, because we are originally from Lucknow. My grandfather graduated from Aligarh, and he was invited by the Nizam of Hyderabad to come and be in his government. So that is why we moved to Hyderabad. Our living, the way we ate, and the food that was cooked in our house was all from northern India. We never adopted the khatta salan. My parents never liked that. But I do love it, and I try to make that. I'm not good at it, but I am very fond of Hyderabadi khana. When I got married in Hyderabad, and I moved to Karachi, Pakistan.
And how old are you that time?
I was 21 years
21
old.
years old.
I had just graduated from the university, from college, and I had taken admission for masters, and I had done a couple of credits in sociology from the University of Hyderabad. When I came to Pakistan, my husband was working for Pan American World Airways. And he was based out of Beirut, Lebanon. So he used to fly between Hong Kong and Beirut. So my first year After I got married, we had our honeymoon in Beirut. We did a honeymoon in Beirut.
How's
And,
Beirut
Oh,
look like?
Beirut was beautiful at that time. I remember we went to the Casino de Liban, which is very famous. But I heard Beirut is not the same anymore. There has been a lot of
Yeah,
civil,
sad. There are so many things
civil
changed.
wars and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and then after 3 years of being, my first child, Naveen, was born in Seventh-day Adventist Hospital in Karachi. Just after a year, I was married, and so she was only
Right away start family.
she was only 3 years old
Mhm.
when my husband was asked to. He was offered a job in Africa. And I remember that night we were at the Pan Am gala, and the director of Pan Am came to him and said, they used to call him Azy. His name was Azhar, but he was always with these American crew and all that. So instead of saying Azhar, they shortened it to Azy. So he came and he said, Azy, we are offering you a job in Africa. And I looked at my husband and I said, oh my God, I don't think I want to go to Africa. I had not heard much about the countries over there. And of all the countries, they offered Congo. At that time it was called Zaire. And there was so much of unrest. But they said, you know what, you can go and look and see. If you like the place, you may accept it. So he went and he looked around, he saw the place, and he loved it. And he came back after a week.
Yeah, my husband is from Africa,
Mm.
and he's talk about all, oh my God, look at the scenery and food and everything. But he never took me
Lived
there.
He never took it
Yeah,
there.
he lived there. He have get scholarship. That's why he came. But like you say, it's a beautiful place.
It's beautiful. So yeah, so we moved out. When he came back, he said yes. In the meantime, my parents were still living in Hyderabad, but they migrated just before I left Pakistan. They migrated to Pakistan, and so we came to New York. My husband got his orders, and then we moved to Africa, and we were there for 11 years.
In Africa, which city?
In Kinshasa.
Kinshasa. Nairobi is close by.
Kinshasa is on the west coast, Nairobi is on the east coast.
Oh, okay.
So it is it's quite far from there. My second daughter was born in Kinshasa. So I was born in Kinshasa. Yeah. It was a Belgian doctor, and the hospital was beautiful. I have very, very fond memories of Kinshasa. We lived there for 11 years. In the meantime, I started preschool over there.
Okay. In
Kinshasa.
Kinshasa. Okay.
We had a huge house. It was the director's house. My husband was the airport manager there. So we got that house, and there was a lot of space downstairs. And we were living up there, so it was like a garage downstairs, but with the garage there was a lot of other space, which I converted into a school. And I hired 2 ladies, one British and one American, to work with me. And so we ran that school. It was called Kiddie Corner. And I ran it for about 10 years or so.
See, I don't know anything
You
about
didn't know
that.
that?
I'm so glad I'm sitting here with you, Fouzia aunty, and learning.
Yes.
Okay, so that school name is Kiddie
Corner.
Kiddie Corner.
Kiddie
Okay.
Corner. And yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it. I belonged to, over there they had the International Women's Club. I belonged to that. I held positions in that club. There were a lot of local women also. You know, we think these women are not interested in international affairs, but there were these Liberian women, these women from Zaire women were very interested in what was going on, and they became members. We became very good friends with them. We had a lot of Canadians and we had British. In fact, I started to learn Mahjong at the British Embassy from the ambassador's wife.
That's
We
one
used
of African language.
No, the game. It's a game.
Okay, I'm
Mahjong is
sorry.
a game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game. And I started learning that over there. And we used
What
to
kind of
play
game
it.
is that?
It's played with tiles.
Oh,
I will show you. I have about 3-4 sets. And I was doing it over here also for International Women's Club in Dallas. I was teaching all the women how to play that. So it's a very interesting game. So we had a good time over there. It was a beautiful country.
So when you moved from there to here, America, or especially
No, I
Dallas?
didn't come from there.
Okay.
From there we went to Liberia.
Okay.
We got transferred to Liberia. And we were in Liberia for another 8 years. So altogether we were about 26 years in Africa. In Liberia also I was the head of I was running the reading program at one of the schools. And then I was also running a school in Liberia at the airport. That was for Pan Am, because in Liberia, Pan American World Airways was running the airport. We had 300 employees from New York who had gone to Liberia to run the airport. And so they needed a preschool. There was an American school, but that was about 20 miles away from the airport. So the children, my girls, were older, so they used to go in a bus that took all the children from the airport to the school, all the American children. And then there was another school that we needed to have at the airport for young people, young children. So that is where I was the principal of that school.
Okay. So you always
I was
have
always in education.
education business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I love children. Even to this day, that is my passion. People say, you're so old, you are still working. Why don't you take time off and rest?
And now I have another question. Why, when people get old, why people start saying take time out? I don't get it. I think that's the time, like your time, like I'm just coming and talking to you. You have more time to explain me because you're all busy, like, doing.
I don't have young children.
Young children, and just like me, I have so much now time. Like I came, I don't have anybody about at home. But I don't understand why people say why we need to take rest. We know. Yeah.
I know.
Can
So
you
that
tell
is
me why they say that? And they
They
shouldn't be.
They expect that when you get old, you should just stay home, and that you should always be homebound or something. But
And waiting for
end of your life or something.
no, until your life is end, last day, you gonna be very, very nice. Okay, Fouzia auntie, the other question is, so when you came here in America?
I came in 1988, 26.
Okay.
After being in Africa for 26 years, we came to
Yes.
America. My husband was not feeling well, so we thought we were going to come and take medical advice from doctors
Okay.
over here.
Okay, so that's why you came because आपके हस्बैंड की भी उनके चेकअप के लिए हम इसके लिए आप आएंगे.
And my older daughter was here. She was in Arlington, Texas.
Okay. She's
So-
studying here?
No, she had completed her education and she was working for State Farm,
Okay.
and they had
State Farm.
transferred her
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So that is why we came and we stayed with her. And after a year of our stay here, he passed away. in
Yeah,
1989.
and then is your, I don't say, I'm not gonna use word for struggle. I'm not gonna do that because I know you, Fauzi auntie, how strong you are and how आप इतनी ज़्यादा पावरफुल हैं, लेकिन स्टिल आपकी लाइफ चेंज होती है. इट्स अ रियली बिग चेंज ऑफ लाइफ. तो उनकी जब डेथ हुई तो फिर उसके बाद क्या क्या हुआ?
Well, in a way, I was prepared because I knew his condition was deteriorating. He didn't suffer much. He was in the hospital only 10 days. And he passed away after the 10th day. But my girls, the older one was working, and the younger one had just graduated from college. And उसका जो अब husband है, my husband already met him.
Okay.
So he knew that she's going to get married to him. So उनके दिल में ये था कि इत्मीनान था. बस फिर हम लोग इधर आ गए. उनके गुजरने के बाद नवीन got transferred to Dallas के ऑफिस में आ गई, इधर प्रेस्टन रोड पे जो ऑफिस है. She started working here. तो फिर हम लोग इधर एक अपार्टमेंट में रहने लगे. And then she got transferred to Seattle. So that left me all alone at that time. So she said, Mom, I'm going. Would you like to come with me? And I said, no, I think I'll stay here.
Why you think, what made you, आपके दिमाग में ऐसा क्यों आया कि मैं स्टे करूँगी और बेटी जाए? पर क्या रीज़न थे? आपके फ्रेंड्स थे और आप इंडिपेंडेंट लाइफ?
नहीं, उस वक्त मेरे कोई फ्रेंड्स नहीं थे. I hardly knew anyone in Dallas. But I don't know, I'm a very independent person. My sisters, after their husbands passed away, they all lived by themselves. हालांकि बच्चियां पास ही में रहती थी, and they kept saying, Mommy, come and move with us, but didn't. So I just had that. My mother was a very independent person. So I think it runs in the family.
Yeah.
थोड़ा सा कुछ हमारा दिमाग बहुत strong है. And we want to live
जो
alone.
मेरी आपसे बात करने की रीज़न है, मेरी उनमें से बिग रीज़न ये भी है. जैसे मैं आपसे एडमायर करती हूँ, जैसे आप रहती हैं, और दिस इज शुड बी मेरी आंखों में आल्सो कि आपकी अपनी इंडिपेंडेंट लाइफ होती है. आपको दिल चाहे आप सोए हुए हैं, दिल चाहे जाग रहे हैं, खाया खाया नहीं खाया, इवन दो आपके बच्चे हैं, आपके उनसे बहुत क्लोज हो, पर
still you have to have your
हाँ
own
थोड़ा सा
life.
हो जाता है ऐसा. तो या तो फिर आपने अकेले रहना शुरू किया. हाउ वाज द फर्स्ट डे जब आप अकेले?
First day was very difficult. There was a girl by the name of Iram. I don't know if you knew her. Farida की niece थी. तो उसने मुझे हेल्प किया मूव करने में. मैं अपार्टमेंट में थी. उसके बाद अपार्टमेंट के बाद I bought this house. And the first day when I was alone in this house, when she was leaving, I started crying. तो आंटी क्यों रो रही? I said, I'm scared. तो कहती मैं रुक जाऊंगी. और उसके छोटे बच्चे थे. I said, नहीं बेटा, you don't have to stay. She said, नहीं मैं रुकूंगी. So she stayed with me that night. उसके बाद से फिर मैं
आपको हिम्मत आती गई. Yeah, see, that's I'm talking about. कि every woman educated, they are inside weak, but how you become strong? Like Fouzia auntie say, first day is hard for her, but the second day, third day, and look at now, she's how she's doing, and she's go to functions. And Fouzia auntie, आपका अपना school है. I have question, why you want to I'm gonna change to other things.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you laugh.
Okay.
Right? So we have why did you into get कि मैं अपना school ही लूँगी? आप किसी और चीज़ में क्यों नहीं गई? Why is so important for you?
I am always passionate about children, and I love working. I wanted to do something. And I was the director of a school.
Where I did internship.
Where you did internship.
Yeah.
उसके बाद से फिर मैं दूसरे स्कूल में मुझे जॉब मिला. And I was a director over there. तो वहाँ पर एक टूर मैंने दिया. तो माँ बाप बच्चे के ऑलरेडी उसको स्टारवुड में एनरोल कर दिया था हमने, बट दे सेड कि हम देखने आए हैं कि दूसरा क्या हमारे पास ऑल्टरनेटिव हो सकता है। तो जब मैंने जो दे के ख़त्म किया तो कहने लगे वी लाइक यू सो मच बट वी हैव ऑलवेज ऑलरेडी गिवन मनी और डिपॉजिटेड सम मनी एट द अदर स्कूल फॉर एनरोलमेंट। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है, आई वॉन्ट चार्ज यू एनरोलमेंट इफ़ यू लाइक मी एंड यू वांट टू ब्रिंग योर चाइल्ड। तो वो लोग बच्चे को लाना शुरू किया। उसके बाद 1 महीने के बाद एक दिन कहता है मुझे आपसे बात करना है। सो ही केम टू माई ऑफिस and he said, I have funds and I want to start a school and I want you to run it for me. So I said, okay, I will think, give me what offer you have. So he offered me a few things. So I thought, ठीक है, मैं ये स्कूल से मुझे ज़्यादा मिल रहा है उधर, तो I will go and work over there. तो जब हमने वहाँ पर शुरू किया उन लोगों से बात करना और यहाँ पर मैंने ख़त्म कर दिया वॉरेन में, तो पता लगा कि उनको लोन नहीं मिल सकता है क्योंकि दे हैव नो एक्सपीरियंस। दीज वर ओनली 3 guys, Indian guys, young people who couldn't get the loan because they don't have any experience
in education.
in education. So they came to me and they said, we want you to be a partner. I said, I'm not interested to be a partner. I don't want to be. No, please, we beg you, otherwise we won't get the loan. So I agreed, and that is how I became a partner. Yeah.
That's only.
Yeah. So, but that's okay. The only difference is when you become a partner, you have a little bit more stake in the business. If you are a director, at the end of the month you get your money and that is it.
Yeah.
But here you try to work a little bit
Harder.
harder.
I know.
I would have done it otherwise also. Even if I was not a partner, I would have done hard work. But anyway,
Yeah, I know. I know you, and I saw you. How you doing when I internship जब मैं ले रही थी उस स्कूल में और आपको मैं देती थी, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको ड्रेसअप देती थी। आज फौजिया जी ने क्या पहना हुआ, एंड ऑलवेज आप इतनी अच्छी तरह, और ऑलवेज आप वहाँ के जितने भी एम्प्लॉइज़ थे उनसे बात करना। और आई हैव फ्यू फ्रेंड जो आपके साथ स्कूल में काम कर चुके हैं या कर रहे हैं, देयर सम फ्रेंड हु नो यू वेरी वेल। सो ये हमेशा हर कोई यही कहता है, यू आर सो नाइस विद योर एम्प्लॉइज, यू आर टफ व्हेन यू नीड इट, और जब नहीं है तो वो तो आपको करना ही पड़ता है। आप घर तो नहीं है, आप तो बच्चों की एजुकेशन है उसके लिए आपको होना, लेकिन यू आर वेर सो इजी टू टॉक, और आप बहुत एक अच्छी रोल मॉडल है उनके लिए, एंड दे कैन कम एंड टॉक टू यू एनी टाइम। सो ये कैसे है, आप ऐसे किस तरह आप मैनेज करते हैं?
I think as you get older, you become a little bit more, you become a little bit more sensible. You try to control your emotions more. And I have never been a very hasty person in decisions. I always take my time. My oldest sister used to always laugh at me कि तुम तो इतनी slow हो हर चीज़ में. And I think even in all the reactions that I have, I'm pretty slow for all the emotional reactions.
You talk about sister, so your sister just passed away like six months old, and that time is corona is पीक पे था। और जब आपने खुद ही सबसे मना किया, ऑलवेज ऑफ एनीवन वांट्स टू कम एंड हग यू, लेकिन मैं तो फिर भी आ गई थी दूर बैठ के, लेकिन आपने मुझे सबको मना किया कि डोंट नीड टू कम, और लेकिन मुझे पता था कितना टफ टाइम था। मेरी सिस्टर की डेथ हुई थी, वेरी वेरी हार्ड टाइम होता है, और आप उनसे इतनी क्लोज भी थी, और फिर आप उस टाइम ऐसा आ गया था कि आप अकेली भी थी। एंड देन हाउ, कैसे वो आपने कैसे किया? मैं घर पे बैठे सोचती थी फौजिया आंटी लेटी होंगी, आई होप सो गई हूँ, टीवी देख रही हूँ, आई होप, क्योंकि उस वक्त आपको अपनी सारी लाइफ आंखों के आगे आ जाती है। तो आपने वो कैसे किया, उसको टाइम को कैसे पास किया?
I think I have become very spiritual. I have a lot of faith. I pray a lot. And I think God gives you the strength to deal with these things.
Yeah.
So really, I think I'm so grateful to Allah Mian कि अल्लाह मियाँ ने मुझे इस कदर नवाजा है कि मैं उसका कोई तरह से शुक्रिया नहीं अदा कर सकती।
और अल्लाह मैंने आपको ऐसी पर्सनालिटी दी है कि जस्ट मैं इस वक्त बैठ के आपके बारे में नहीं जानना चाहती हूँ। मैं चाहती हूँ जो लोग भी इस चैनल को देखेंगे या जितनों ने भी देखा वो कितना कुछ लर्न भी करेंगे। और कितना मैं आपके बारे में बहुत जानती थी, लेकिन अभी मैंने आपकी बैक हिस्ट्री देखी, जैसे आपने पहला स्कूल खोला, आई डोंट नो दैट। और कितना आप अगर किसी चीज़ का पैशन है तो आप कर सकते हो, हर चीज़ को आप कर सकते हो।
One can do it, I think.
आपकी सिस्टर यहाँ पे आती भी थी लेक्चर देने के लिए,
She was very involved in UN में,
अच्छा।
because she always had represented the women of Pakistan. हमेशा बहुत गरीबों का ख्याल, और इसलिए she used to always.
10 फौजिया आंटी सिस्टर, बहन भाई इनके
हम पांचों हैं,
5 बहन भाई हैं। इनमें से
2 गुजर गए, 3 हम लोग 3 हैं।
very elegant, they are looking so elegant and so so nice and elegant. फौजी आंटी आज एक बिल्कुल अब डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन करने लगी हूँ। जब भी मैं आती हूँ मैं आपके काफ़ी टेबल के लिए बहुत एडमायर होती हूँ और मैं चाहती हूँ कि ऐसा मैं भी करूँ। मुझे अपनी छोटी ग्रैंड डॉटर्स याद आ जाती हैं, वो तो कोई मेकअप कर सो ब्यूटीफुल। डिड यू डू योर ओन और आपने ऐसे सेल्फ किया?
हाँ, मैंने सिल्वर मेरा शादी में काफ़ी मिला हुआ था, तो उसको मैंने कहा बजाय बैंक में रखने के उसको डिस्प्ले करूं, तो आई एम डिस्प्लेइंग दैट। एंड आई हैव अ क्लीनिंग वुमन हु कम्स एवरी वीक एंड शी पॉलिशेस।
एवरी वीक शी पॉलिश?
अगर एवरी वीक नहीं तो एवरी अदर वीक कर लेती है। और फिर आई हैव ट्रैवल्ड सो मच, तो मुझे ये ग्रीन स्टोन है, ये मलकाइट है, इट्स कॉल्ड मलकाइट।
Okay.
And it's found only in Congo and in Afghanistan. Those are the only 2 countries where it is found.
You find them.
और ये जो ये है एग, ये जो है ये टाइगर्स आई कहलाता है, ये साउथ अफ्रीका में मिलता है, ये टाइगर्स आई। तो इसकी ज्वेलरी भी बनती है। आई हैव इयररिंग्स एंड नेकलेस ऑफ दिस, आई हैव दिस एग ओवर देयर। और
क्योंकि मैं हमेशा सोचती थी कि ये आपके इनके साथ कोई कनेक्शन है इन चीज़ों के साथ कि आपने ऐसे जस्ट रियली आई ऑलवेज एडमायर दैट।
और ये जो पेंटिंग्स वगैरह हैं ये सब अफ्रीका की पेंटिंग्स
ये बड़ी सारी।
और ये जो तुम देख रही हो ये इधर जो है ये बटरफ्लाई विंग्स है।
बटरफ्लाई विंग्स?
हाँ, बटरफ्लाई विंग्स।
वाओ,
या
वाओ, सो ब्यूटीफुल। बटरफ्लाई, तो ये बटरफ्लाई विंग्स के साथ बनाई
हाँ,
है?
ये विंग्स है।
Who did that?
ये वहाँ के लोकल आर्टिस्ट।
अच्छा, वो
दे आर सो टैलेंटेड।
I know, so
हम लोग
talented.
वही शौक के इतना, और उनके जो नाइट क्लब्स वगैरह हैं उनकी म्यूजिक ब्यूटीफुल, गाने वाले, उनके इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बजाने वाले, एवरीथिंग, दे आर सो टैलेंटेड दोज पीपल। हम लोगों को पता नहीं, हम यहाँ बैठे रहते हैं एंड वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि दूसरी कंट्रीज
में क्या हो रहा है। सो आई रियली थैंक यू सो मच आंटी। आप मुझे अब बताएं कि आप कुछ कहना चाहती हैं खुद से? कुछ मैं भूल गई, कुछ मैंने आपसे क्वेश्चन लिखे नहीं है, मुझे सब ने सजेस्ट भी किया था। मैं अपनी फ्रेंड से बातचीत करने जा रही, जो मेरे दिमाग में आएगा मैं करूँगी, जो उस वक्त आया। You know that I'm very quiet person.
I know, but you did well.
जो कुछ
you did very well.
कुछ आप कहना चाहेंगी?
नहीं, I just want to thank you, and I feel so honored that you thought I should be the first one to be interviewed. So I'm very grateful to you for that.
I am honored to come and talk to you, and you say yes, Naila. You didn't ask me which channel and what you're doing and what is this. You just say yes, and first time you tell me, Naila, मैं समझ रही तुम जोक कर रही हो। मुझे खुद को भी लगा था मैं जोक कर रही हूँ, पर इसके लिए I have to say thank you, my nephew Raza, my son Umar, Shah, Hina always मुझे रोकती है, no mom, no, but this time she say yes mom, you can do it, and that's very good idea. Go and talk to people and
Try to.
सबको बताएं कि उनके पर्सनैलिटी में वो सिर्फ एक फौजिया आंटी साड़ी पहन के फंक्शनों में जाने वाली नहीं है, उनके अंदर कितना टैलेंट है, कितना माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह कुछ है। और Zartashia, my cameraman, my granddaughter, just supporter. She just coming and supported me and support me. And I'm very nervous this morning, and she's telling me why she's your friend, you know. And you know, Fouzia auntie, I love you
Thank you so much.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have so many other questions, but maybe
Inshallah,
one day I
next time.
come to your school.
Yeah.
If you allow me,
Sure,
I come to
I
your
would love
school
that.
and we can talk about it. And this is अचानक मेरे दिमाग में आया है क्योंकि ये हम लोगों ने नाम रखा है कि मीत अच्छा है. So
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so pretty.
let's see what I'm gonna do next. Who's next, my friend? And whoever you're gonna see, they are full of talent. And मुझे लगा मैं उनसे बात करूं, हम सब लोगों को बताऊं कि हम लोग कैसे कैसे यहाँ पे रहते हैं. उनमें से आपको अमेरिकन लोग भी नज़र आएंगे, आपको हर रिलीजन के लोग होंगे, आपको बच्चे भी नज़र आएंगे, बड़े भी नज़र आएंगे, जिनसे मैं और आप बात करना जाने, जैसे हम लोग अमेरिका में कैसी अपनी लाइफ गुजारते हैं. अगेन थैंक यू रज़ा, उमर, शाह, हिना, सरताशिया, लैला, खैजा, नूरी. Love you all, and inshallah see you next time. And I learned from you, Fouzia auntie, a lot. I seriously, I know you so many years, but I don't know so many things which one you share with me. And thank you so much.
You're
I love you.
You do that.
Bye. Khuda Hafiz.
Bye.